In the Superior Court of Irwin County, Georgia, in the indictment 2017 CR 027, the State of Georgia versus Ryan Alexander Duke, with a jury finding the defendant count 1, malice murder, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder, not guilty. Count 3, felony murder, not guilty. Count 4, aggravated assault, not guilty. Count 5, burglary, not guilty. Count 6, concealing death of another, guilty.
Wow. Wow. Ryan Duke, his attorneys said they took this case because they believed he was innocent, not guilty of murder in Tara Grinstead's death. Welcome to the third hour of For the Record here on the Law and Crime Trial Network. I'm Anjanette Levy. That verdict came down earlier today after the jury deliberated. And it's interesting because there was a I guess I'm going to have to call it a confession in air quotes. There was an inculpatory statement given in this case by Ryan Duke. So the jury must have believed it was a false confession. I think it's really interesting because in cases where somebody makes a statement that actually comes out of their mouths and says they did something, it's very hard for these people to get a not guilty verdict. We saw it happen in the Skylar Richardson case. She made some statements that were inculpatory and she was found not guilty. Now we're seeing it in the Ryan Duke case, but I think there's also some more public awareness now about the fact that these statements can be possibly false, that people can confess falsely. Let's bring in our guests just briefly to talk about this. Catherine Lizardo is a plaintiff's attorney out of Texas, and she is with us as she is every Friday. Catherine, your thoughts, because I'm still kind of bowled over. I know his attorneys said from the beginning they took this because they believed he was innocent, but confession cases are tough.
And my reaction was the same as yours. Wow, when I heard the verdict, because the confession was there and the jury believed that it was not enough to convict him for murder, but we have to keep in mind this is a criminal trial and the burden of proof on the prosecution, on the state, is very, very high. It's beyond reasonable doubt. So the fact that they said that he did not kill Tara Grinstead meant that they have a reasonable doubt whether Bo Dukes did it, but we now know that Bo Dukes is, have been convicted and also already in prison relating to Tara Grinstead's murder for concealment. So that's the problem with this, with having Bo Dukes and him as to who really did it. But we have to keep in mind too that the jury convicted Ryan Duke on concealment of Tara Grinstead's death. So they know, and I think it's not disputed, that he was involved in that part of her death.
And I don't know how he could ever dispute that. He took them out to that area. We looked at that. We saw the video footage of him taking them out to that area, and he was trying to show them where they disposed of her body. So I think he seemed like he knew exactly what he was talking about there in that video. Okay,